Hello and welcome. Today, we're jumping into a book that has sold millions and millions of copies, and it promises to transform your life, not with some massive, earth shattering change, but with tiny, almost invisible ones. This is our deep dive into Atomic Habits by James Clear.
So let me just ask you this. Have you ever set a huge goal, poured your heart and soul into it for, I don't know, a week or two, only to find yourself right back where you started, feeling totally drained? Yeah, it's a super common frustration, and it's exactly where this book begins.
You know, the advice we always hear is to go big or go home. Think huge, make these drastic changes, and just revolutionize your life overnight. But James Clear, he argues that this approach is exactly why so many of us fail. So he introduces a totally different approach. Instead of thinking big, he wants us to think small, like microscopically small. And that is the core idea behind his incredible book, Atomic Habits. See, an atomic habit isn't about that one big decision that's going to define your future. Nope. It's all about the compound effect of hundreds of tiny little decisions you make every single day. These are the small routines, the little behaviors that end up becoming the building blocks of really remarkable results. And when I say small, I mean incredibly small actions. We're not talking about running a marathon tomorrow. We're talking about doing just 2 push-ups. Not trying to become a morning person overnight, just waking up 5 minutes earlier. These things seem so insignificant, but that's precisely where their power is hiding. Okay, so how does this actually work in the real world? Well, the engine behind all of this is a really simple but profound idea. The philosophy of getting just 1% better every single day. Let's see how that adds up. Think about this number for a second. 1%. It feels like nothing, right? It's barely noticeable. But the math of compounding, it's just staggering. If you get 1% better each day for a year, you'll end up 37 times better by the time you're done. That is the invisible magic of small, consistent gains. And Clear doesn't just give you the theory. He gives you a super practical toolkit. For instance, there's habit stacking, where you link a new habit to one you already have, like doing 2 push-ups right after you brush your teeth. Then there's the 2-minute rule, which makes it easy to start by saying any new habit should take less than 2 minutes. And the Goldilocks zone, that's all about finding challenges that are just right, not too hard, not too easy, to keep you motivated. Now, you might be thinking, okay, this sounds good, but does it actually hold up? Let's take a look at why this really works. The whole framework is built on a foundation of real science, and it's earned some serious street cred. And this is the crucial part. This isn't just one guy's good idea. Clear's framework is built on a solid foundation, pulling from biology, psychology, and neuroscience to explain why these tiny habits actually work, to rewire our brains and create lasting change. And the praise from other experts, it's pretty overwhelming. Mark Manson, who definitely knows a thing or two about practical life advice, he calls it supremely practical and useful. That really speaks to how hands-on this book is. The organizational psychologist, Adam Grant, he points to its core function. It's basically a step-by-step manual for systematically taking apart the habits that hold you back and installing the ones that will move you forward. And finally, Ryan Holiday. I think he gets right to the heart of its impact. This isn't just about little productivity hacks. It's about fundamentally changing your entire approach to your day-to-day life. And that is a powerful, powerful statement. But, to give you the full picture, I think it's important to add one small note of caution. To really get the most out of this book, there's a key mindset you absolutely have to adopt. The entire philosophy of Atomic Habits is built for the long game. So if you're looking for an instant, life-altering transformation by next Tuesday, this probably isn't it. The real power here is in consistency. It's about building systems and then just trusting the process of slow, incremental improvement over months and, yes, even years. So, with all that on the table, who is this book really for? I mean, who's going to gain the most from diving into the world of Atomic Habits? Honestly, its application is just incredibly broad. It's for the professional who's looking to get an edge on their productivity, or the team leader trying to build better habits in their organization. It's for the entrepreneur who knows that consistent, daily progress is the real key to growth. But really, it's for anyone who is just tired of those grand failures and is ready for a practical, proven system for just getting a little better every single day.
So, I guess the final question is, are you ready to stop chasing that radical overnight change and actually start building a better life, one tiny habit at a time?
If the answer is yes, and this sounds like the practical guide you've been looking for, you can find links to grab the book right down in the description. It's a fantastic way to support what we do here at no extra cost to you. Thanks so much for watching.